Hey, hi everybody. How you doing? Kenya, mkwaji. So there's some few things I wanted to speak on. My name is Ken. I was just talking with some of my friends on the situation of Kenya, okay? And some of the issues. I think we have not spent some time to just look at what is happening, to understand where we're going, what is required of us as a nation, okay? So let me start from the beginning part so that we can understand where we're going. The manifesto of our president was to bring a change and help the hustler nation, right? The church voted in, and me being part of the church, voted in this president, knowing that he is chosen. He knows he's chosen. We know he's chosen by Yahweh. He is a servant of God. We know he is chosen. But the question is then, why is nothing working? Is our expectation wrong? Do we stop from being chosen? I think the question Kenya should ask is, what was he chosen for? I was just looking at Gen Z, this generation, and there's something I had shared before, guys. I had shared that this is the last letter of the alphabet. So it is a change of generations. So what Kenya has gone through, years of oppression, this is the last to experience it. And so whatever foundation we build for after this generation will affect the next generations in Kenya. And so that is why we need to build a strong foundation of structures in Kenya, of systems that will help remove the inequality in Kenya and bring equity and balance for every Kenyan person, so no one feels oppressed. Okay? The issue of a lot of people, they feel oppressed. So I would like us to read one verse. If you're not a believer, don't worry. I just want to make my case so that we understand where we're going. Can you read Proverbs 29:2? Na ukwe mlauda kiasi.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice, yes.
But when a wicked man rules, the people groan.
When a wicked man rules, the people groan. So there is an expectation. There is an expectation for our president, not because he knows he was chosen by God, and we know he is chosen. There is an expectation of him to practice justice for this nation. And to practice justice is not just taxing everywhere you can tax. It's to bring a balance of things. But I think as much as, let me touch on Gen Z a little bit. The movement by Gen Z is of Yahweh. God has begun a movement with Gen Z. Will he continue with it? I don't know. But the thing is, he began it to shake up Kenya. And you see, God has given us a leader who can listen to the youth. Please, let's not abuse this listening to thinking we have power. Let's just be honest. And we need to move from a place, Gen Z. Let me tell you, we can throw all the stones and start borrowing from Tanzania to throw. Tear gas tunaweza pigwa nayo, different colors, full from all colors of the color palette. It won't change things. I think the question we should ask Gen Z is, yes, he's fired the CSs. He's going to do this and do that. But will that change really the situation in Kenya? Will it change the situation in Kenya? We need something more than just, you see, that mindset of Kenyans of serikali nisaidie. We need to change that mindset. There is no day serikali will help us. It is the time for Kenyans to help the government in structuring and coming up with ideas. And so this is what I was thinking. I was like, Gen Z, you want this to happen? As Kenyans, we want this to happen, that to happen. Fire this one, chase this one, you resign. What is the plan after that? What is the plan? If the president resigns, what's your plan? Will you be our president? What experience do you have? Some of you are still living in your parents' home, so you don't know life really. So I think we should be honest with one another is, what solution do we want for Kenya? What is the solution we have for Kenya? And so because of that, I think this is just a thought I was having. I'm calling on to Kenyans. Kenyans, you are intelligent people, you are hardworking. Yahweh has blessed you. Let us use our mind to come up with ideas that can shift economic situations in Kenya. I was just thinking we can have a Pochi la Akili, something like that, where we have Kenyan think tanks. We are like, how can we help Kenya? Because as much as it's been bad for many generations, we stopped. We didn't want legacies to continue of presidents who came from rich homes, because we felt maybe they won't understand us. But now we are putting on so much pressure on this one president of all those messes from the other presidents and from colonialism and all that. It's not very fair, but that's why Yahweh chose this president. He can take it and he can cry to his God for solutions. And we also can cry and say, we don't want Kenya the way it is. What are the solutions? So I was thinking we can have a number and a think tank. How can we make Kenya better? You cannot place all this burden on one man and say Sirikali's idea. It won't work. We are at that pivotal point that Kenya needs to shift in their mindset and in creating ideas. So I don't know, should I give a number where we can talk on our WhatsApp group? We can join in this number, those who want to think for Kenya and have ideas. Then we can see if we can give this idea to those who want change in Kenya, and they can present it before maybe our leaderships for change. The issue with the church is we cannot stop from the place where we say he's chosen and that's it. He's chosen, but he needs solution like every other leader.
Yeah.
And we can't throw everything on the president, guys. So the church, in our part, we are not pressing for change. We're just satisfied that he's chosen, yet we are also being oppressed. We can't stay in that place, guys. We cannot stay in that place. It won't work for us. So we need to think, come together, think of solutions. We can shut down things, but how will that help the economy of Kenya? If you shut down, you're the one who's going to be hungry. The president won't be hungry.
Yes.
His family won't be hungry. You'll be jobless. He has other businesses. It's not just running this nation. So can we be fair? And can we think, what do we want for Kenya? What ideas do we have? How can we change the economy? I was just sharing with my friends here, I was saying, if Kenya came up with an idea like M-Pesa and it shifted Kenya, this is just one idea. We have thousands of ideas. Let's think. Let's come up with solutions. So the cry now is solutions. Demands are nice, but now solutions. What is your plan? Because we can reduce the MPs to 5, but they will give us headache like the ones we've just removed. That is not solving a system. We can clean up the system, but what is a long-term solution? And it's not Serikali's idea. Is there anything you guys want to add or question?
Yeah, so I have a question. So, what would you say, what is Kenya asking for?
So what is Kenya asking for? They want change. But you're asking the wrong person. You're asking the president for change, and he doesn't have the answers. To be honest, even him, he's trying.
Yeah.
So the change is on us.
Yes.
We must come with ideas. Yeah. We must think of an idea, an economic idea. How can we build Kenya? In that group now, we can think of the idea, then come up with something and see, is it viable for the nation? It's not an individualistic idea. It is something that will cause change for an entire nation. And I know we have the capacity and the brains and the blessing of Yahweh to do it. Is there a question or something? What do you think of what we are sharing? Any opinion?
I think, just as you have said, that we are very innovative people. We are very, very gifted. So I think even this idea of the jobs that are there, that we are all scrambling for these jobs, it won't work. It means we are not growing. I think we need to think out of the box, come up with good ideas, which are already there anyway among our youth.
Yeah.
I know the other day somebody invented a glove that can interpret the sign language.
Wow.
So such ideas, and then the president also should enable that such kind of environment, that such ideas are taken, and because they're coming from the youth, they are sort of helped to be able to
implement
them.
Yeah.
And then they become the employers.
Yes.
So they are not looking for employment, they
Yes.
are looking to become employers. And I think in that way our economy is going to expand.
Yes.
But if we are just scrambling for the few jobs that are there,
Yeah.
then you remain in the same place that we've been for the last 60 years.
Yes.
That we've been,
Oppressed. Yes.
Exactly. And it also reminds me of, if we go in the scriptural way, when the children of Israel were told they'll be 400 years in Egypt, they delayed for 30 years. We know they were there for 430 years.
Yes.
So I'm seeing Kenya, as you said, 50 years, as we were discussing, was supposed to be a year of Jubilee.
Yeah.
That's when we are supposed to have come out.
Liberation.
Yes.
Yes.
But now we are at 60 years.
Yeah.
Meaning we are 10 years late.
Yeah.
So if we don't act now,
Yeah.
then you'll also be late, 30
Very
years or more.
Very true. We need change. This is when we need to shift Kenya to the new level.
Yes.
I love this. Okay, Generation Z or Generation Z. Generation Z is the last letter of the alphabet, as I said. Yes, you're faceless, you're tribeless, you're everything. But evil has a face, and destruction has a face. When we start destroying our own nation, that is not a solution.
Yes.
It's time for solutions. What ideas do you have than throwing stones, than this one be fired? What other ideas can we use to implement change in Kenya? So let me give this number. If you have any idea you want us to share, we can have a think tank. This is just, I'm not speaking on behalf of a church. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone. I'm speaking as a Kenyan, as a believer, and as a Kenyan. This is how I feel in my heart. We need to start triggering solution conversations that will change the country. So if you want, you can just WhatsApp only on this text number 0792186561. Okay, 0792186561. We can chat there and try and find a solution that will help a nation. Joseph found a solution that helped a nation in seasons of drought.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, many people would have died in the world. We are capable to do the same. I truly believe so. So enjoy your day as Kenyans. Kenya nchi yetu. Yahweh bless you. Shalom.
Shalom.